Hello everyone, this is Alexandra and this is my Module 5 Explain video on conditional execution. For this video, I made a collage out of 3 different photos, and in order to make that collage, I used lots of if-else statements, both in photo filters and the method, and a lot of nested loops as well. So the first thing I'll do is compile and run the program so that you can see here. This first picture is a picture I took. This is some pixel art, and the background is a photo of a starry sky that I found online. So that's the collage. Okay, so here's where I tested the collage method and also the chroma key method that I used to make the background. The first thing I did here was get the photo and store it into this variable here, a picture object. And then I applied a filter. This photo of the park was actually during sunset, so I wanted to make the sky black, so I'll go ahead and look into that method later. Next, I did the exact same thing with the second photo, and for this one I applied sepia tint, and that just makes it match along with the colors of the photo. And then the third picture here, this is actually what I used to call the chroma key on the collage. Okay, so this is where the nested loops and the if statements start to come into play for conditional execution. This is the first method that I called on the first picture, called sky black. Here we are looping through all the pixels in the photo. So we're on the calling object, we're getting the pixels, so that'll be the photo the method is called on. And we're finding the blue variable as an integer, and this is another method to get the blue pixels. In this if statement, we basically set a threshold, so if the blue value is greater than 200, then set it black. So I'll go ahead and just demonstrate what this does, and it'll be really obvious how this is important for the collage. So this is the before photo and this is the after. I know it's not 100% perfect aligning with the trees, but I really liked the effect of having the sky around the branches, so I kept it like that. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and look at the sepia filter that's applied to the little pixel art Bulbasaur, and this one actually has a longer if-else statement that would be really good for us to examine. So here is where we're calling grayscale on the calling object, looping through the pixels, getting the current pixel and the color values, and here is where we decide how much to tint the shadows darker for the sepia tone. So to put it very simply, a conditional statement is basically a block of code that only gets executed if this condition is met. So if the red value is less than 60, then this happens, and then if this isn't true, then we'll go down to this else if statement, and it's basically the same thing. If this condition is met, this block of code will be executed. So again, if this isn't executed, we'll go down here, and this has to be executed because this is kind of everything else. So if neither this condition or this condition is met, then this will happen. And then we'll set the colors for sepia. So that's how that works. And then lastly, my collage, which is down here. So the collage takes 2 parameters, picture 1 and picture 2. Okay, so here is the code of the collage here. This is very simple and very similar to the simple collage, so looping through the pixels and copying the pixels from the source picture to the target picture. So we've seen this code before, so I won't go over it. We're basically calling it here. And then lastly, I'm calling this method on the collage to add the starry background. So up here is where it is. Once again, we'll loop through the pixels, and if the current pixel for get green is 0, same with red and blue, which means that if the pixel is black, you'll set the new color of the background. So basically this just makes it very easy for the program to find out which pixels, because you turned them black before, and it makes it look a little more seamless. So once again, this is what the collage looks like. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Thanks so much.